Okay, so let's continue. Sorry kay na-pause ang kaganina. Ay, na-stop ang previous na recording. So, continuation. So, let's have an example under proprietary narration. So, let's have an example. So, that would be, let's say, you have your shareholder fund of 1 million. It's 1 million daw. Then, yung total na assets is at least 750,000. So, how much would this be? So, let's try to calculate. Actually, ako siya try. So, we have 1 million. Ay, 750 rather. 750 divide 1 million.
We have the structure.
Okay, sorry, bali. So, let's try to do it again. Okay, so nabalito ha. Again, let's say for example, ang imuha daw shareholders funds or proprietary funds sa investors is only worth 750,000. Okay, 750,000 and the total assets na imuha na accumulate apil among current, among fixed na mga assets, it would come up to at least 1 million. Okay, 1 million. So how much would this be? So I guess mas easy ra kayo na siya sa inyo ha. So we'll have 750,000 divided 1 million. We'll get at least 0.75 or kung we try to convert it into percent, so that is good as 75%. So that means na kaya gid daw nimo bayaran ang imuhang mga investors, imong mga shareholders. Given nga advisable siya, at least 75% ang 75% kay dali ra kanila mabawi if they would invest in your company. So that is our example. So that's for proprietary ratios. So let's try to continue. Next is number 3. We have debt to total capital ratio. Naman. Okay, so let's continue. So the third type of leverage ratio, again, we had debt to total. Okay. Pardon for my agi. Okay, kutsukot agi no. Ganito gagareklamo tong gapangupya sa akong sa una. Charing. So let's continue. That's the debt to total capital ratio. So how reliable are you? How solvent are you when it comes to paying the most likely the capital that you had used based on your earnings or your funds. So we have this formula. So let's try to write debt to total capital ratio, DTCR, is equals to the long-term debt, imuhang utang, based on your shareholders fund plus your long-term debt. Debt, B. So this is the formula. Again, debt to total capital ratio is equals to our long-term debt over your shareholders funds plus LTD or long-term debt. We'll have an example here. So if possible, though, 2/3 is considered satisfactory. So let's have, for example, imuhang utang is 1 million. Okay, Okay, so let's have this example. So what if your long-term debt ang imo daw utang is 500,000 pesos. So that is your utang. And you have a what if imo daw shareholders fund is only 250,000. So at least medyo dako-dako pud gamay imong share. So at least 250,000. So imo gyapon siyang add-on og another 500,000 kay gi-use man nimo ang imong long-term nga debt as your capital. So good as gi-add siya. So that's why gi-apil nato siya og divide. Gi-apil nato siya sa equation, okay? So that is what we call debt to total capital. Again, nangutang ka og 500,000 para himo nimo og capital. So part siya sa imuhang ibayad ra gyapon sa imong utang. Kay motto for your operation. So let's say for example for working capital siya. Okay, let's try to solve this one. So that would be 500,000 divide 750,000. So how much would this be? Let's try to calculate. So that would be 500,000 divide 750. So that would be good as 0.666. So that means at least 2/3 na ni siya, good as 2/3. So we have 0.66 or yes, 2/3. So that means nga okay na siya. Aprubahan ka sa imong mga investors and or financial institution. Given nga at least 2/3 or let's say 66% mabalik nimo og bayad mabalik nimo og bayad ang imong giutang nga capital. Okay, so that total nga capital imong gibayaran again is 500,000 nga imong gi-use for your operation and tutabang og bayad. So you'll get at least 0.66 or 66%. That means nga 66% nga ratio makaya nimo siya og pay. Okay, within let's say specific or given period of time. So that is an example sa debt to total capital ratio. So let's have another one. Okay, this would be dili na lang sa bigas. Interest coverage ratio. Okay, in a minute. So this would be letter D. Okay, letter D. We have interest coverage ratio. Interest coverage ratio. So this is its formula. So this is mostly based on the interest na covers ato ang giutang, okay, based atong giutang. So we have interest coverage ratio is equals to the earnings before interest and tax or EBIT over I or interest. So this is its acronym na formula. So ICR is equals to earnings before interest and tax over interest. So if possible, the ratio of 6 to 7 times is considered satisfactory. So let's say, for example, we have simple example here. Okay, so we have a simple example here. So the usual. So what if you'll have an earning before tax na at least 1 million. So example ha, earning before tax, wala pa biya gi-minus ang interest of tax ano. So 1 million ang imong earnings. So we have an interest. Okay, interest nga cover sa imong utang. So ang imo daw interest would be at least, for example, 500,000. So more than imong total na interest na naging. So how much would this be? So it would be 1 million divide 500,000. That would be at least 2. So the answer is 2. So as simple as that. So that is your interest coverage ratio. So if it is higher daw, 6 to 7 times nga higher, that means nga it is satisfactory. That means nga makaya gyud daw nimo og bayad ang interest aside sa imong principal. So another thing nga ginadook for sa mga bangko or other financial institution kay imong interest coverage ratio. How good are you to pay your interest? So what if 1 million ang imong earnings? So ang imong utang is 25,000. Pila lugar na. So that means nga kaya gyud kay nimo bayaran ang imong mga interest. Okay, wala pa man din siya gi-minus again sa katong depreciation and other taxes. So 1 million divide, let's say 25,000 na imong interest. Oh, gamay ra kaayo. So at least 40, imagine at least dako kay siya. 40. So imagine 40% or dako kay mohang ratio na that means na kaya gyud kay nimo bayaran ang 25,000 anytime. Okay? So that is for the fourth one, and the fifth would be the last type. Okay, the last type of leverage ratio. So this is letter E. Am I correct? A, B, C, D, E. Okay, in a minute. So let's continue. So this would be debt service
use as
coverage ratio. So let's have its formula first. Wala mi kabantay mo. Okay, so let's have this an example. We have debt service coverage ratio or DSCR. So this is more our utang on a service. Dili lang siya capital but service, ng example. So we have here it or earnings. Okay. We have earnings after tax, so di minus na ang tax, but di add na to ang interest, di add na to ang depreciation, and other. Okay, kurang other non-cash expense over the interest and the principal installment. So this is its formula. So medyo hangak, medyo taas siyang formula. So daghan siya og okay, elements. We have again first the earnings after tax, the interest, the depreciation and other expenses plus interest and the principal installment. So this is its formula. Let's have a simple nga example. So example for the SCR, we'll have an earnings after interest. Let's say we have 500,000 here plus an interest of 25. Okay, 150 ra na siya in a minute. Okay, so let's continue. I'll try to do it again. So I'll try. Let's say, for example, you have an earning after tax. So, minus lang taxes, you'll have 500,000. Then, ang imong interest, total interest is 25,000. Depreciation, example na siya ha, 25,000 again. And other expenses daw is another 25,000. So, this is an example. So, as you can see, ganina, interest is, di ba, 25,000. So, we'll put 25,000 here. And let's assume you have a principal installment of, okay, principal installment of 300. 300,000 imong installment sa imong principal nga amount sa imong capital or sa service. So what if 5 million di siya? So then more pa daw ang installment, let's say per month is 300,000. So this would be what it would look like. So let's try to solve that. So I hope you can see my calculator. We'll have 500,000 plus 25,000 plus another 25,000 for the depreciation and another 25,000 for the other expense. So we are going to have 575,000 as the denominator over the numerator, which is 300,000 plus 25. So the usual that would be 325,000. So it would be divided by 325,000. So how much would this be? Okay, in a minute, 325,000. So the answer would be 1.7 770 or 1.80 na lang para mas klaro. 1.80. So that would be the answer. So based on our given nga formula. So as you can see here, often it would be satisfactory if it is 2:1 ang iyang ratio or mas dako gyud ang ato ang again earnings always. So that means this is approved. So if possible man good ang imuhang ratio dapat is higher, okay? Higher than 1. Higher than 1, that means it is satisfactory, while lower than 1, that means unsatisfactory. So this is the example under the debt service coverage ratio. So just given factor values, you just need to use the formula. So that's it for debt service coverage ratio. So I hope you had taken notes, and if you have any question and clarification, please message me anytime of the day. So thank you everyone and goodbye. So I will be ending my discussion here. Okay, bye.